Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 and hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM, and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM Cape Coast, Might FM Tamale, Bewa Radio Yendi, and Inkeligi FM Boli. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, Majority Leader discloses his active lobbying of NPP stalwarts to get Alan Tremanting and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to agree on a consensus flag bearer for the 2024 elections.
And I thought that the two of them registered strongly on the radar. Dr. Bawumia, the Vice President, and Alan Tremanting. So I started some discussions.
I am not on the run, Charles Bisu declares after becoming a wanted man being sought after by the special prosecutor.
I've said it. I am innocent. I have gone nowhere. I'm within the jurisdiction. I'm going to attend, and then whatever information they require to aid their work, I will provide.
Details as he finally agrees to turn himself in later this morning in business.
Banks in Ghana wrote off a little above 1.08 billion cedis as bad loans in the first 4 months of this year, as non-performing loans reached 13.1 billion cedis. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
Also, the Botiano Traditional Council petitions the IGP over 5 of its indigents mistaken as Langards and killed by the police.
They are not Langards. So are the police telling us that if you are indigent of a community, you cannot go on your own land?
I am Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson. We are your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. Details shortly. Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu has disclosed how he tried to persuade former President John Kufuor and his Chief of Staff, Kojo Mpiani, to get Alan Tremanting and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to agree on a consensus flag bearer for the NPP. Mr. Mensah Bonsu's proposal was to have either the Vice President as the party's candidate and the former Trade Minister as his deputy, or vice versa. Speaking on PM Express last night, he says the proposal is still relevant and must be pursued in the larger interest of the party. But he admits implementation will be difficult.
And I thought that the two of them registered strongly on the radar.
To who?
Dr. Bawumia, the Vice President, and Alan Tremanting. So I started some discussions. I went to Mr. Kojo Mpiani, who I know to be one of the major or key supporters of Alan. Look, we'll be heading towards 2024. This is my thinking. And then he suggested that, okay.
So your proposal then was one of them should be candidate, the second, the other should be the person's running mate.
Yes, in that case, he suggested that we should have some research done. And he even said that we shouldn't even limit to just one. The two of us agreed that I should speak to the former president, which I did. He thought that we should follow the trend of elections.
And let the delegates decide.
You had Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu. I am not on the run. Former Secretary to the Inter-Ministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining, Charles Bisu, declares after becoming a wanted man being sought after by the special prosecutor. He had been fighting a warrant for his arrest, and after days of eluding capture, Charles Bisu is expected to turn himself in later this morning. Listen to him telling Joy News that he has done no wrong.
Criminal, you know what I mean? So I haven't gone ill. I'm within the jurisdiction. I would attend, but to answer your question, yes. I so sad that from 2019, an investigation has gone up until now, where I've written about 3 or 4 petitions asking us where we've got into, and you get no reply, and then it goes on and on and on and on. That's, worrying. But then it comes with the responsibility that I was given, and I have to be accountable for it. But I don't think that's the norm everywhere, or that's what transpires everywhere. But I will avail. I am innocent.
You had wanted man Charles Bisu. The Botiano Traditional Council says it has petitioned the Inspector General of Police over the death of 5 indigents mistaken as landguards and killed by the police. In a statement on June 10, the police said it killed 5 persons suspected to be criminals and landguards at Botiano. But Jasi of Botiano, Ni Jankomi Kofi III, and spokesperson for the council says they want justice for the victims with a clarification on all the facts surrounding the operation by the police.
We want to bring justice to these people. As I speak to you now, families are involved. What becomes of the lives of these children? Who takes care of them? But then we are pleading with the IGP to give us the access to see these people who have been shot, because now the police has not given us the urge to go and see the whereabouts of the 5 people who are claimed to be dead. Secondly, we want to know the supposed police people who came to the scene. Thirdly, we want to know who sanctioned this order for the police to come. Was the order given that these people should be arrested or they should be shot outside?
Meanwhile, Parliament says it will probe the incident and bring finality to the matter. This followed discussions on the floor of the House on Tuesday, following agitations by residents. Listen to Member of Parliament for the area, Sylvester Tete, leading the calls for a parliamentary probe.
The chiefs and people of Botiano and Kokrobite have rejected the claim by the police. We believe strongly that an inquiry could bring out the truth of this matter and bring calm to the people of my constituency.
A 32-year-old who stabbed her fiancé to death at Eja Zongo in the Ashanti region is on the run as police begin investigations. The suspect, Jennifer Pia, allegedly went berserk after a misunderstanding between her and the deceased, Joseph Bauer. She stabbed him multiple times and took to her heels. Family of the deceased wants the suspect brought to book. Love FM's Nana Boachi Yadom has more.
The deceased, Joseph Bauer, was stabbed with a knife multiple times by his fiancée. He was rushed to the Tech hospital for treatment, but passed on.
She killed him even after we tried to reconcile them.
According to the mother of the deceased, Hawa Al-Hassan, the family tried to resolve the feud between the partners, but the reconciliation process proved abortive. Jennifer and Joseph resumed fighting on the street, which resulted in her stabbing him to death.
You live with my son, but anytime a fight ensues, the lady would pick up a knife or scissors.
The body of the deceased has since been deposited at the Tech Hospital's morgue for investigations to commence. The family of the deceased wants the police to bring the suspect to book.
They arrested her friends, but they later left them. They should arrest the lady and put her in jail forever.
For Joy News, Nana Boachi Yadom, Kumasi.
Now, the acting director of transport at the Economic Community of West African States, Chris Apia, says construction works on the Abidjan-Lagos Corridor Highway will soon commence. According to him, all stakeholders are upbeat about the project, which is designed to enhance transportation amongst member states. He spoke on the maiden edition of Connect Africa with Blessed Suga.
Building into the designs, models to make sure that the heads of states also put in place a single corridor authority, because it also aligned perfectly with our regional infrastructure development master plan. So that answers the first part of the question. The 5 countries themselves agreed. It is one of the few cases where we have the countries themselves.
A nerve-wracking contest that left 6 schools on the tentacles in the Upper West Regional Library. 4 schools have made the final cut to the national championship. Queen of Peace Senior High School, Laura Senior High School, St. Francis Girls of Assisi, and Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin's alma mater, Wa Senior High School, will join 2-time finalist St. Francis Xavier Senior High School to represent the region. Emmanuel Bright Kweku has more.
Wow. Denitrifying bacteria.
After 6 exciting nail-biting contests that left 6 winning schools in suspense, 4 schools booked slots at the national tournament with their untrodden runs. Queen of Peace SHS, who won their contest with an impressive 56 points, are coming into the national tournament with a spiritual backing.
The Bible makes me understand from the book of 1 Samuel that David said that, and this congregation shall know that the Lord saves not by sword or by spear or by javelin. And with God, we are never failed with.
Laura, lenticels.
Taking the second slot, students of Laura SHS are promising a meltdown for any school that may cross their path.
We are prepared for them. We are going to melt them this year. Now, we will put a motto, if we meet any school, go home. That's the new motto.
We have Jesus in our lives. We live in
Called them the daughters of the saints, St. Francis Girls of Assisi beat their all-time rivals, Nandom SHS, in a comeback.
The guy said they were going to use up and mop their floor. Now, we have shown them, we have used them, and we have scrubbed their floor.
Bright Emmanuel Kweku's report. That's it for the bulletin. Our top story: Majority Leader has disclosed his active lobbying of NPP stalwarts to get Alan Tremanting and Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia to agree on a consensus flag bearer for the 2024 elections. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.